Yo, what's up, YouTube? What's up, everybody, man? Welcome back to the channel. So today, I'm going to be featuring the Beatles on the channel with the song Love Me Do. This was recorded and posted as a full album review on my Patreon, which you could go and join and watch there. I think if you join the silver tier or higher on my Patreon, you can watch the full album review of Please Please Me from the Beatles. I know it has other names in other countries and stuff, but Please Please Me, the first studio debut album from the Beatles, is posted there. So today I will be showing y'all the clip of the reaction to Love Me Do, as much as YouTube will let me post. So I hope it's not cut up in any way, but if it is, just know it's probably due to YouTube. But I'm hoping they let me post a full reaction to this song at least. If you're interested in seeing the whole album review, please join my Patreon. Link is down below, and you can join on the silver tier or higher to watch it. All right, hopefully y'all enjoy their reaction. With that being said, here it is. As we continue on, we have some more on side 2, which it looks like we're going into now with Love Me Do. We've got more covers coming up later on, but Love Me Do is an original with lead vocals by McCarthy and Lennon. So let's go ahead and get into Love Me Do. Harmonica intro.
Love me do, oh, love me do.
Ooh, that's hot.
Love me do. You know I love you. I'll always be true. So please, love me do. Oh, love me do. Love me do, oh, love me do.
Oh, it's so fire instrumentation. Oh.
Love me do. Love me do, oh, love me do.
Oh, that's fire.
Love me do, oh, love me do.
Well, fire. Without a doubt right now, my favorite song on the album right now. Side 2 opens up with Love Me Do. That is a fire way to open up your second side of your album. This one I'm reading over here, of course, like I said, McCartney, Lennon. The next song we got is P.S. I Love You with just McCartney. But right here, you've got the fire harmonica, the dueling vocals between the two gentlemen, and then you have what sounds like a tambourine and maybe even some light hand claps in the background. So just fire, dude. The instrumentation totally switched up right here on track 8 from what we had been introduced so far. This sounds like it's completely off a different album, completely from a different era of the Beatles. So maybe this was a little bit of their sprinkling in of, hey, maybe this is what to come. I don't know. It sounded just totally different, right? The other vibes I've been getting are more traditional of what I expected from this album, listening to the first 4 tracks previously. But as we heard with Love Me Do, just totally flipped things on its head. And I loved everything until there, but now I love that so much more, is Love Me Do. Let's go ahead and dive into P.S. I Love You. All right, so with the reaction being shown, I wanted to go ahead and dive into some of the background information that I wasn't able to do when I was reacting to this. So we've got Love Me Do off the Please Please Me album, released in 1962, okay? And the songwriters on this one is the Lennon-McCartney duo, okay? So says that this was released as a debut single with the English rock band the Beatles, backed by PS I Love You. I absolutely loved PS I Love You when I reacted to it on the album. It was actually the only song to bring tears to my eyes, let's just say that. Very touching song to me personally. When the single was originally released in the United Kingdom on 5 October 1962, it peaked at number 17. It was released in the United States in 1964 and topped the nation's song chart. Re-released in 1982 as part of the EMI's Beatles 20th anniversary. The song was written several years before being recorded and prior to the existence of the Beatles. Wow. It features John Lennon's prominent harmonica playing and the duet vocals by him and McCartney. I gotta tell you, the harmonica made this song stand out so much on that album. I enjoyed listening to the entire album. Listening to the first half was so different than listening to the second half. The first half very much in line with each other as far as the style of the songs. I feel like once you hit that second side though, the songs start breaking out of this characterized box, man. They start really forming their own textures and sounds and experiences, and the harmonica on this song was one of the things that made it just so prominent, stand out. All right, 3 recorded versions of the song by the Beatles have been released, each with a different drummer. The first attempted recording from June 1962 features Pete Best on drums, but was not officially released until the Anthology 1 compilation in 1995. A second version was recorded 3 months later with Best's replacement, Ringo Starr, and this was used for the original Parlophone single first pressing. A third version featuring session drummer Andy White in place of Starr was used for the second pressing and also included on the band's Please Please Me album. Wow, so I wonder how much people knew that when you're listening to this song on Please Please Me, you're not listening to Ringo Starr. You're listening to a session drummer. That's what I'm gathering there. Wow. Well, how about that? It says Love Me Do is written by John Lennon and Paul McCartney, with McCartney writing the verse and choruses and Lennon contributing the middle eighth or bridge. Lennon said Love Me Do is Paul's song. I do know he had the song around in Hamburg even way before we were songwriters. McCartney said Love Me Do was completely co-written. It was just Lennon and McCartney sitting down without either of us having a particularly original idea. We loved doing it. It was a very interesting thing to try and learn to do, become songwriters. I think why we eventually got so strong was we wrote so much through our formative period. Love Me Do was our first hit, which ironically is one of the 2 songs that we control, because when we first signed to EMI, they had a music publishing company called Ardmore and Beechwood, which took the 2 songs, Love Me Do and PS I Love You, and in doing a deal somewhere along the way, we were able to get them back. I think that's awesome. That is great, man. And yeah, this was definitely one. I had my 2 favorite songs. I enjoyed the entire album practically. I thought there was a lot of flawless work on there. There's some, sure, that I might skip if I played back the album, maybe only like 2, but my 2 favorite, absolute favorite was Love Me Do, and it was Twist and Shout, man. Those 2 were my favorite, but there were other favorites. Like I said, one was PS I Love You. So thank you guys for tuning in here. I hope y'all enjoyed this. And once again, if you're interested in watching the whole album reaction, join my Patreon, man. Silver tier or higher, you'll be able to see it. All right, appreciate you guys so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, check out the description, consider becoming a member, and I'll see y'all on the next one, man. Peace.